Hey Bob, how are you here? I'm standing in New Orleans here. We're anticipating Hurricane Tommy to hit. This is the same, I'm staying in the same exact place I did in 2005. Hurricane Katrina hit this exact location here. We're expecting Hurricane Tommy to touch down in about 3 to 5 hours. Wind is starting to pick up a little bit. It's a little darker here, so we're expecting it to happen here pretty soon. It's a Category 5, Tommy is. He's a big boy. Category 5, that's the same size as Hurricane Katrina, but it's even a little bit bigger. It's 110,000 square feet wide, which is 25,000 feet wider than Katrina was. So we're expecting a lot of damage here. Now the difference between Hurricane Katrina and Hurricane Tommy is that people are prepared this time. They're much more prepared. FEMA's here, local government's prepared. FEMA's been actually really great helping this time. Unlike Katrina, they have brought sandbags, food, water, buses to get people out. We have a lot of buses. They've already left. People are out of here. The local and state government has been doing a much better job than they did last time as well. They're working together with FEMA. The shelters are built up with food and water for individuals that can't evacuate, too sick, the elderly, etc. They've gotten the shelters out of the way. They're taken care of. The nursing homes, they've all been evacuated and moved into shelters, so everyone should be okay there as well. There was a state of emergency about 24 hours ago by the president, so everyone knows, everyone's on board. This is a much better prepared town than it was in 2005. Now, I did mention that Tommy's a big boy. 200 miles an hour wind at the eye of the hurricane. And the eye of the hurricane is the most powerful part of the hurricane. So we're talking really powerful. In 2005, Katrina was 175 miles per hour. So we're talking 25 miles an hour more, which is going to be more destruction here we're expecting. The levees. Now the levees were redesigned, Bob. Yeah, Bob, that's right. The levees were redesigned, and we're hoping that they hold up this time. We're a little bit stronger, a little bit taller, and we'll see what happens. If they don't hold up, New Orleans is going to have some problems here again. Like I said, everyone is much more prepared. People are evacuating. You can see right behind me, boarded up. They just left a little bit ago in their U-Haul. I asked them where they were headed. They said they were going to Texas. Hopefully that's far enough out of the way here with this hurricane. Like I said, it's really, really massive. But everyone's ready. Almost everyone has been evacuated. We see a few people around here, but for the most part, everyone's gone. So I'll send this back to you, Bob.
All right, we want to show you some of the conditions that we were unable to before. We are really in very, very difficult conditions right now. Take a look at the swirl out here. This is the worst that it has been thus far. We're getting winds of 80 to 90 miles an hour. Confirmed by our reporting station. This hotel is losing. The side of the building is starting to come apart. You see several windows have been blown out. Some of these rooms were inhabited. We saw it last night. People in those rooms. Pieces of the facade of the building are beginning to collapse. There's insulation you can see being able to be sucked out. Some of the curtains also being sucked out. I also want you to see down on the street now we're beginning to see more water backing up. This is not a good sign. As you know, New Orleans is below sea level and they need to pump anything out that comes in. Up to this point, the drainage system had been keeping up with the water that's been falling, but now we're beginning to see for the first time water beginning to back up in the streets. Not making the streets yet impassable, but if that were to continue, that's the way it would be headed.